Howdy everyone, Warsarsa here, and today we're going to be looking at Pool Nation on the PS4. Now I'll just say, for this game, I just took a shot in the dark since I used to love Pool as a kid, both real life and video game versions, more particularly arcade versions. So to come back all this time later and play a game that's aimed towards being more realistic, it was quite interesting. So Pool Nation is a pool game that, like I mentioned, aims to be a more realistic one, and as soon as you start up the game, you can see that it's definitely going to achieve that. It gives you a few pages to toggle through of the controls and different moves and such, with a good variety of them, finishing off with showing that you have $2,000 to start off with. Honestly, having played mostly arcade-styled pool games, I was at first a little intimidated by it all, never having gone by official pool rules, so seeing that there was a practice mode, I started off with that so I could figure out all the controls before getting into anything serious, and also this happened like a minute in, and I found it a lot funnier than it really is. But anyway, right away, I was impressed with the visuals, which is not a surprise how well it looks, given that the game was built on the Unreal 4 engine. Just from the practice level, the amount of detail is wonderful. From the detail of the balls on the table to everything going on in the background, such as people at the tables. So once I got the hang of things in practice, I decided to nudge my way more into the game and tried Daily Bonus, which is a daily challenge you can attempt once every 24 hours. My first challenge was to sink 3 balls in within the set limit of 4 moves. I don't know if it changes every other day or not, because I've done it twice. In the end, I got 2 of them, which gave me a lesser reward, but still a reward. Now, having gotten more comfortable with the game, I decided to look into all the other game modes, starting off with tournaments. Tournaments go on for a while as you have multiple matches, starting off with a qualifier that has multiple matches within just that alone, moving through round 1, 2, quarters, semifinal, and final. Thankfully, you can take a break and continue current tournament later if you get tired out from it, so all in all, it's a fun game mode. Then you've got endurance, where balls are constantly being added to the table and you have to go as long as you can before it reaches 24 balls, which is a game over. There's a drop stop bar you can fill up that can be used to temporarily stop balls from being added to the table when activated. There's also versus, which is a sort of free play mode that can be against AI or a local player. That leaves us with the online multiplayer. Now, while I don't have PlayStation Plus, I'll at least go over a bit of what's included. You've got the pool hall to create matches, play for cash option, friendlies, which is just a casual game, leagues, and then the leaderboards, which I'll be honest, I don't know if I've just played more than others or how many other people are playing, but by the time of reaching level 5, I was already number 70 on one leaderboard and 60 something on another. Game modes aside, I'll go over some extra elements real quick. There's consumables, where you buy new locations, ball appearances, decals, cues, and celebrations. Overall, a large variety of customization options for your game. Then we finish off with archives, where you can store replays. Now, this game managed to do a complete 180 on me. I started off thinking it was going to be only for people who were seriously into pool and such, and it turns out this game is easily accessible for players of all skill levels and play types. It can be as lenient or as punishing as you want it to be, more than just with the difficulty levels you can choose from, which really coaxed me into playing a lot of it. The attention to detail, like I said before, is wonderful. You can even hear your ball hitting against things in the background if it goes flying off the table, and it actually does sound just like it would if you actually flung a heavy ball in a room. Everything works out the way it's supposed to, haven't encountered any glitches. Again, didn't try any of the online, but given how the rest of the game runs, I feel it's safe to assume it runs fine, as you'd both just be taking turns making your hits. So in the end, I can say that this is one of the best pool games I've personally played. So if you want this game yourself, it's available on the PSN store for $20. I'd like to thank Cherry Pop Games for sending me a review key. This is Warsarcy on the Game Clips channel, and I'm out.